Welcome to Coming in Hot with Caroline. Guys, I am in my office and we are doing a quickie but goodie. It is very late at night. It's like 11:30. I literally leave at 4 a.m. for the airport for New York. It's just been one of those days where Finn starts school tomorrow. I'm kind of freaking out. He starts high school. So I'm going to have two boys in high school. I am not ready for this, but here we are. Buckle up, Buttercup. Nothing's stopping us now. It started to make me think of back to school. And of course, I went doom scrolling on TikTok because I was feeling like all the feels of like two boys in high school. I'm going to be an empty nester soon. I know it's 3 to 4 years away, but still that goes so fast. And then they're going to be going to college. And it's funny, we've been talking to Sawyer more about college. Just obviously he's 15, turning 16, sophomore, and obviously has big dreams. He wants to go to University of Michigan. That's where his dad went. And he has big dreams, but again, thinking about college. You guys, I don't know, it's because I was talking about college. I ended up on Rush Talk, especially Bama Rush Talk. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, you are missing out, okay? You're living under a rock. Get on TikTok immediately and start looking up Bama Rush. It is crazy. When I went to college, let me just paint a picture. I went to George Washington University, GW, in DC, and I loved it. I had the best 4 years, really had a great experience. And what's funny was our Greek life was definitely not what we see now or what I see in some of the, I'm sure some of the colleges it was just as big and just as good. But again, I didn't have that visibility to it. Like my school, GW, really was not huge on Greek life. Definitely had the sororities, definitely had the fraternities, but we were in a city, the campuses were kind of different. They had their houses, but it was a very different vibe and feel. So when I went to college and I was a freshman, we had so much fun. You guys, the first day I was checking in with all my luggage, I was with my parents and I was with my Cuban father who was eyeballing all of the dudes that were hanging around the freshman dorm, all the older guys, all of my buttons popped. Don't worry about it. All the older guys were hanging around and inviting some of the freshman girls to the frat parties. So I was standing in line with my parents. These guys come up to me, offered me help up to my room. I was, you guys are so sweet. And then they invited me to their party. And my dad was like, what? And he was, oh shit, this is about to get real. He's dropping off his little girl. Imagine a Cuban father. He always had dark sunglasses on, always had a Cuban cigar. Literally look like the Godfather. It's hilarious. And imagine him dropping me off, surrounded by dudes, me going to my first fraternity happy party. And my dad was like, God help me. Anyway, ditched my parents. Out I went and I had the time of my life. But anyway, when it came to sorority life, it was really funny and it was really interesting. We went to the sororities. We looked around. I think you go to the fraternities too because they have little sisters. And I did not know about Greek life. I had just seen it in the movies. I have an older sister, but she did not do any of that Greek life either. So I wasn't aware, did not understand it. No clue what was going on. So we went along just everybody else did. All the girls were going. So we're like, okay, we'll go too. Needless to say, when I started hearing about all the rules, and listen, I was a goody two-shoe. I was not a troublemaker in high school. I was actually a really good kid. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what do you mean you're going to call me in the middle of the night and tell me what to do and where to be? I was like, I'm not understanding. I'm an adult now. I left my home to not do that. I was like, why would I ever give that power to somebody else when I just got out? I was like, I just got a taste of freedom. I am not about to give it up. So I was like, I'm not sure this is going to work for me. And it was funny because I had a couple of friends that, thank God, also were like, I don't know if us New Yorkers were like, what? So we were like, okay, we kind of met with a couple of the sorority houses and then we quickly, and I mean quickly, realized it was not for us. And so then we were like, okay, let's see what Little Sisters is to the fraternities. We're like, that could be fun, hang with all the guys. And I'm a girl's girl and I would absolutely hang out with the girls. But this aspect of control, this aspect of rushing, this aspect of being chosen, it felt like very high school. Like we just left all of that of being picked on a team and how shitty you feel when you're not. And it's who's the coolest, who's not. I don't know. I'm so over all of that. I was not interested. So, but I get if that's the only thing that's going on at your school, which some schools, like John went to Michigan, you had to be in a fraternity or sorority. That's what you did. Everyone had their very specific houses. He even watches like the Bama Rush and he's, oh yeah, it's really that you know what each house is. And I am fascinated. Fascinated. I was glued to my phone all weekend. You guys, it's a full-time job watching this. Anyway, so for me, so then we met with the fraternities. We decided we would be little sisters. I think it was to AEPI. I think first night we went to the meetings. We said we were going to, I guess, rush. And I'm doing that in quotes. I mean, whatever that means. I had a pin on me because I just remember having this pin. And we went out that night. We went out to the bar that everybody was going to. It was a happening night. Next thing you know, I think we were beeped, called, God knows what, to go do something. And we were like, nah, like gonna ignore that. And little did we know that they would show up at the bar we were at and literally rip our buttons off, like literally rip them off. And they were like, you are not worthy. You can't even follow the rule. It's day one. What? You guys, this is too much. This is too heavy. It can't be this serious. And they were, you bet your fucking ass it is. And I was, okay then. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye. And you guys, not to be a bitch, but I'm not having anyone tell me what to do. That was just definitely not going to happen. Never joined anything. All of that to say, I didn't join anything. I didn't do anything. I was goodbye. And this is the good thing. And I just want to say this to all of you amazing women out there, all you amazing young girls that are about to enter college. Just know you don't have to be a part of any of that if it does not suit you. Honestly, if it is not your people and you don't feel good, I've seen a lot of the TikToks where girls have dropped and left because it's like it didn't feel good or they really weren't happy. Sometimes we do just follow along because obviously it's what everybody else is doing and it's easier to follow along. I totally get it. I've been there, but there is something incredibly powerful to knowing who you are and knowing what works for you and what suits you and what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can be in these situations that everyone else is happy in, but you're not. And then you have to pretend to be, but that's not happy. That's not fun. Having to keep up to a bunch of bullshit is not fun. Let me tell you something from what I saw, and ours was not that intense. I mean, I was there for one day. Let's just say it wasn't that intense. But what we saw the guys go through, oh my God, that was brutal. You guys, I mean, the fraternity rushing was brutal. And what they went through, what they were put through, you couldn't pay me. And I know that there's this incredible brotherhood. They are the best of friends. It is an incredible friendship. John is still best friends with all of his fraternity brothers. He just went to Ireland with all of them to golf for their 50th. Still best friends. They all keep in touch. All of their kids are friends. All the wives are friends. It's incredible and I get it. But it's not for everyone. So it wasn't for me. And listen, I'm a people person. I like group workout classes. I like being around people. I like being around girls. I am a girl's girl again. But there was a weird dynamic with the older girls having that much power. And there was just a weird thing. I just didn't want to do that. It just didn't suit me. And it was okay. And guess what? I had friends who it didn't suit either. We became good friends. It was amazing. We had the time of our lives. And guess what? We were invited to every single fraternity house, every party. We did not miss out on anything. And the only thing we missed out on was being hazed and was having to follow very strict rules by girls who were just a little bit older than us. And it just did not suit us. Again, it's not for everyone. And it's okay if it's not for you. Okay. Don't force it. And don't think you're weird or different because it doesn't suit you. It's not for everybody. It really isn't. And again, I will say though, if you do end up at a school where it is really important, because I know some schools it really is, find your people who cares who's cool. Honestly, who everyone else thinks is cool. That's to each his own. Okay. That's a personal preference there. That's what's cool. That's what's amazing about cool is that we all get to decide what that means to us. And I will tell you now, find your people. If you have to join, if it's part of that school dynamic that you have to be a part of, find your people. Okay. Don't force it. Anyway, watching these TikToks, what's been amazing though is to see what goes on now. I was so blown away. They're doing full blown choreographed routines. You would think they were literally in a cheering squad finale. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a competition. It's 100 girls, okay? 100 girls. They're all in the same uniform or the same costume or the same getup. They have a choreographed dance. Apparently, it looks like the dancers, whoever was a high school dancer, has been put in the front. Or maybe the oldest and the seniors and the president, the most important, maybe, or the dancers. I'm not sure. But it's like one group in the front, and then you see the hundreds in the back that are just kind of cheering. I always wonder if they're pissed or jealous of the ones that are dancing. And if any of you know any of them, please let me know. I'm dying to know. Are you guys annoyed, or are you cheering your sister on? Because, when you're with a very big, large group of girls, it can be trying. It can be very testing because, listen, there's a lot of hormones, a lot of energy that could really test people. So I always wonder, the girls in the back, are they jealous of the ones in the front? Is there beef? Is there not? Somebody fill me in. I have been watching, so there's a couple of girls that have become TikTok famous from the rushing, you guys, and from college. You have the amazing Alex Earl, who started posting in college, really got a huge following from that, and then blew up even bigger after college. And then you've got these girls. There's I think her name is Kaylin Darnell, and now her little sister Izzy Darnell is rushing. And I think the mom maybe rushed back in, maybe she was part of that sorority because she's the one who does all of the costumes and gets them all. She is just as dedicated and devoted, and I fucking respect that. I really do. I don't have a daughter. I'm telling you something. I live and die for my boys. They are so easy. They are so amazing. They are so thoughtful. I am so lucky, honestly. But I'm not going to, I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't be fun to have a girl, right? I'm such a girl's girl. It would be fun. Obviously, I love all the clothes and the jewelry and the self-care and the fun. Anyway, I would probably be really invested if it was me too. If I had a daughter and she was invested, I'd probably be invested. So I really respect the mom. It's so cute to see her with her daughters and how close they are and how cute they are and how excited they are. And it's just fascinating to watch, especially because I wasn't a part of it. And then when you go to some of these southern schools, right, in the southern states, it feels even bigger. It feels even more badass. It's cheer and rush on steroids. If you see what these houses look like, they're mansions, you guys. I don't even know what to say. I want to move in. It is a southern mansion that they're living in. If you watch Legally Blonde, that's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. It's literally, watch that movie. That is what you are watching. And it is amazing because you're watching it in real time. It is the blondes. You see all the different houses. They all look different. They all dress kind of different. You get all their vibes. All their dance routines are different. All the music is different. You kind of catch on what the vibe is because of that. And you see the recruitment in that because it was fascinating to me listening to, they were interviewing Kaylin because apparently she was really this big blowout star during Bama Rush last year. And she had already been posting and kind of had a little bit of a presence on TikTok. And then her rushing blew her up because I guess it was just fun. Her take on it and her day-to-day and her vlogging, people were really invested. And then I guess she obviously made it. I think maybe her mom maybe had been a sister there. But anyway, when you're watching these videos, you're watching these TikToks, what goes on? What goes on behind the scenes? I want to know. And I think that's what's fun about watching this all on TikTok is that you're kind of getting this behind the scenes because the girls post all the videos, but they also post their real lives and what's going on. And you love it. And what's interesting about posting is what I was going to say before is that these girls blew up on TikTok and now you see girls all making TikToks that they actually went to Alabama because they wanted to rush. It's become a marketing for the colleges. These colleges are now getting recruits from these girls doing TikToks, which is fucking genius. If you think about that, you get these girls at your sororities like blowing up on TikTok, and now the school has everybody applying because they want to be part of that. I'm like, that is marketing 101. We could all learn a little something from that. So I thought that was genius and so interesting. And then the fact that the dynamics of the moms and the daughters all being part of something, I just find fascinating, and watching the moms be so devoted and so invested. And I think it's fun to watch that whole, I've always watching like Southern Charm and those type of reality shows, just because it's an area I don't know, but I'm always curious about because it looks so beautiful and so fancy and so chic, and the people are so fabulous, and you just want to know more. So I've always loved that. So I think there's this interesting fascination. I love the accents. I love all the fashion because it's so over the top, and I love that. Again, all the family dynamics, all the female dynamics, all the friends. It is so fun to watch. You guys have to. But what's funny is John was watching it, and I was showing him some of the videos because I was like, John, this is fucking insane. There is no way this is real. He was like, oh yeah, that's fucking real. And I was like, what? He's like, that is real. That is genuine. He was like, and then he was telling me about his college. And it reminded me when we visited Michigan, and I think we were still dating. I do not think we were engaged. I think we were still dating, and we were out with all of his friends, and we ended up taking a tour of the school. They were walking us around, and all of a sudden we stumble upon his fraternity. You guys, he's like, all the guys were like, come on, let's go in. Let's go see. Let's see if the door is unlocked. Let me explain something to you. We walk up to the back door. Of course it's unlocked. I'm like, nothing could be more unsafe. Of course it's unlocked. We walk, the door opens, okay? Door opens. It is like when I say you get smacked in the face, like 2 hands back to back, hardcore slap in the face. That's what it felt like, the smell. When that door opened, the waft of smell that hit me in the face almost knocked me unconscious. It was so fucking disgusting. It smelled like vomit, piss, shit, sweat, balls, like mold, like dirty socks, and liquor and food that has been out for days. Okay? I just want you guys to take that in. I want you to think about that for a second. Okay? That's what I was feeling. It was horrendous, you guys. And I was like, you guys lived in this? And they were like, oh, they probably just had a party last night. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to vomit. Me and our friend's wife, or girlfriend at the time, Anna and I were in shock. We were like, you guys are absolutely disgusting. We cannot fathom living here. This should be illegal. We need to call someone. I don't know who to call, but we need to call someone. This is absolutely unacceptable. You walk in and your feet get stuck. It's sticky on the floor. Oh my God. Sticky on the floor. And then you're walking, it smells. The TV was on the floor. There is beer bottles, beer cans. There's shit everywhere. I was like, people live here? It looked like an abandoned fucking disgusting drug den. I mean, again, I know I'm painting a picture here. That is what the fraternity house was like, okay, at University of Michigan. It was disgusting. And then we went up in the room. I just was like, I can't. I just don't understand. And they all loved it. They had the time of their lives. They said it was like I'm like, I don't understand it at all. You couldn't pay me enough money to live here, to spend time here, to literally stick my big toe here. My shoes were stuck. I felt like I smelled. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. I was like choking. Anyway, we leave, you guys, but they started reminiscing. We all went out. We all went to get drinks. We went to the college bar. And they were all reminiscing. And it really is, as disgusting as it was, it really is amazing, their friendship. And it's amazing, I guess, that brotherhood that fraternities bring. Totally get it, because they are incredible friends. They went through so much together. But I always wonder, is the hazing too much? Does it have to be so cruel? Does it have to be so much alcohol? Does it have to be pushing things to such a limit where people are getting hurt, people are dying because they have, where people are humiliated, forced to doing things that just really shouldn't be at that age? Again, you're 18 years old. It's just such it's pushing every boundary, and it's pretty scary because some kids that are so innocent and really haven't experienced a lot, that would be really scary experience, and you could really do some dumb shit and really harm yourself. So again, I want to say for all the young men out there that are joining fraternities right now and rushing, please be careful. Please be safe. Nothing is worth you getting hurt, your mental health, your physical health, you dying over anything. No fraternity is worth that. No friendship is worth that. So it's just a gentle reminder that if it feels like it's too much, it's too much. If you are feeling not safe, it's probably not safe. If it's not for you, perfect. It's not for you. Not do anything you are uncomfortable or that you're uncomfortable with, or that you would be unsafe doing. Okay. That's something that could harm you, please. So I just want to give that reminder to everyone right now who is out there, who is excited to start school, whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's rushing. Again, let's just gentle reminder for kindness. It really goes a long way. And I just really want to remind everyone that kindness is cool. Just a gentle reminder that kindness is cool. Being smart is cool. Being positive is cool. Being helpful is cool. I just want to give a gentle reminder again, whether you're going back to school, whether it's high school, middle school, college, graduate school, anything. You guys, this is such an important time to remind kids. You guys, it starts at home. It really does. To remind kids to be strong, to be confident, to be themselves, to show kindness to others, to be helpful to others. There is just too much bullying, too much taking advantage, too many kids thinking they're way too cool and just doing dumb shit, and then other kids following along. And again, I just want to remind everybody that being smart is really cool. Being a dumbass is not cool. Treating people like shit isn't cool. Being disrespectful to your teacher or to your friends or to your friends' parents, just not cool. At the end of the day, the nicest kids at school and middle school and high school are the most successful now. It isn't the jock and it isn't the cool guy. Trust me on that. Kindness really takes you a long way, and not making people feel like shit. Again, people will remember how you treated them, not how you looked, how you treated them, how you made them feel. That is all people remember. So let's remember to leave people better than we found them, always, right? And again, if you're sitting at a table that you don't feel comfortable at, get up, walk away, try a different table. Keep trying tables until you find one that fits. And if you don't find one that fits, you build your own. I'd rather be alone than in bad company any day. And I'd rather be alone than around people who are making bad decisions or who are unkind or doing dumb shit or going to get me in trouble. Not interested at all. My future is more important. Me feeling good is more important. I want you to never forget to take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. The numbers now for suicide, for bullying, it's outrageous, especially with social media. So, gentle reminder to take care of yourself and to spread kindness and positivity. And for parents, to reminding you that it starts at home. Trust me, we all have to do it at home first, and remind our kids to be inclusive, to be kind, and to treat people with the utmost respect. I hope you have an incredible next year at school. Good luck. Good luck on your first day. Good luck rushing, ladies and gentlemen. Please be safe, of course. And I'll be watching and cheering you on TikTok. Anyway, I love you guys. Happy first back at school. Moms, we're going to be okay. I'm stressed too. I'm nervous too. I ask God every day to just make sure that the kids are kind to my boys. Obviously, we just want everyone to always be kind, but we know it's not a gentle world out there. And I know it makes them stronger, but we can do our part to at least attempt to make who we put out into the world really good people. And hopefully we keep spreading that. We'll be back next week with another episode of Coming In Hot. I love you so much. Please follow, like, leave a review, leave a comment, leave a topic you want me to talk about. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate all your love and support. Have an amazing week. Mwah. Bye.